Hey guys, welcome back to Adventures in Aviators, the channel where we celebrate all kinds of nature. We want to get you out into nature or be able to experience nature right from the comfort of your own home. If you love nature as much as we do, give this video a like, smash that subscribe button, and let's take awesome adventures together. Today we are hiking at Pu'u Wa'a Wa'a.
Pu'u Wa'a Wa'a. Pu'u Wa'a Wa'a. Pu'u Wa'a Wa'a. Nailed it.
All right, so your little Hawaiian lesson today is that the W's make the V sound. So it's actually Hawaii, and this is Pu'u Wa'a Wa'a. And it's one of the more distinguished characteristics on the Big Island that isn't an actual volcano. This is a huge cinder cone, and it's a beautiful hike. And so here's what we are going to do. Where are we going today? So where is Pu'u Wa'a Wa'a? It is on the Kona side, on the west side of Hawaii. The easiest way to get there is to take Highway 190, more commonly known as the upper road. There's the upper road and then the lower road that goes down along the coast. And if you're coming from Kona town, it's about 25 minutes taking the upper road to get there. If you're coming from south in the Keauhou area, it's probably a good 40 to 45 minutes. That's where we live. If you're going to take this hike from Hilo, I would give yourself more than an hour, especially if you're going to take the scenic route on the northern road, north part of the island. That's going to take you at least an hour and a half. But if you're in the resorts on the north part of the west side of the island, it's probably still going to take you about 30 minutes. You can actually see the resorts really easily from this hike, but there's not a direct road that goes there. So it's still going to take you over half an hour to get there. But it's a really, really beautiful hike. So there's a ridge line here. It kind of looks like a bluff along the island, and Pu'u Wa'a Wa'a is the big cone right next to it. It's a really pretty area. And just before you get to this ridge, if you're coming from Kona town, on the right side of the road is going to be a turnoff with automatic gates. It kind of looks like it's a closed off area that you can't get into. And there's a lot of these on the Big Island where there's gates that block the road. But in this case, if you drive up to the gates, they automatically open once your car gets to the gate. And so this is an open recreation area that people can come and visit. And then when you come in the gates, there's going to be a fork in the road with some signs. You're going to stay on the left side there, and you're going to come up about a half a mile on a really unmaintained, potholey road to get to the gate. And when the gate will cross the road, and you can just park right there, and there's a little area right there for parking. And that's where this hike starts. So you're going to gain 2,000 feet of elevation as a part of this hike. And just for a little perspective, when we did our Captain Cook hike video, that gains 2,000 feet. Now, it's not nearly as long of a hike. This one is 7 miles out and back, so about 3.5 miles out, 3.5 miles back. But 2,000 feet is a lot, and I tell you, my legs are hurting from this one a little bit. But it's a beautiful hike. It's a really well-maintained path. It's actually kind of a road, and you can definitely tell that there have been four-wheelers that have made this trek, and you're going to be on very clearly marked paths the whole way. This part of the island, definitely you want to be out there in the morning. The afternoons are prone to cloud cover and rain showers, and so I definitely recommend doing this hike in the morning. And typically I would say the earlier the better, because it's fully exposed, there's not a lot of shade. You'll want to bring your sun protection, sunscreen, lots of water, and just be prepared for being out in the elements. And so if it's going to rain, it's going to rain on you. There's not a lot of places to hide from that. And so for this reason, I definitely say come in the morning. So the trail here, like I was saying, is very well marked. It's super easy to stay on the trail. You're not going to get lost. There are a couple turns that I'll talk to you about, but the trail itself, for the first half of it or more, is a road. It's an actual road that you're going to be on, and it goes straight towards the cinder cone. This time of year, you can really look out for beautiful flowers blooming in the trees. So when I say this time of year, in the April, May, June timeline here, there are beautiful flowers blooming all the time. But there's a special variety of flowers that are blooming right now, all kinds of colors, and it looks really, really beautiful. So you'll stay on this road for a couple miles as you go up, and then you'll see a fork in the road. And one nice thing about this hike is that there's a porta potty right there. There's an abandoned building with a porta potty out in front of it. So use the facilities there if you need to go. And you're going to stay on the left, or going inland, not towards the sea, but towards the mountains. And you're going to stay on the road there. Shortly after you take your left, there is an opportunity to kind of branch off, and there are two trails that kind of form that mirror each other or parallel each other. One of them just hugs the mountain a little bit more, and the other one is the main road. And so if you want to get on the grass at this point, you can do that. or you can stay on the road all the way up. As you get to what I can only describe as the crack in the bum that is this cinder cone, you'll see a very clear right turn to go up the gradual incline as opposed to the very steep inclines that you've been next to this entire time. And again, there's a very clear path here. This is where vehicles have clearly gone. Your vehicle can't go here, but it's very clearly marked. You're not going to get lost as you go up the cone through the crack here. And it's a really beautiful area. It's really green and lush. Great colors here. You can see I was trying to get Michelle and Marlene to hang out while I took all my drone footage, but it's just a beautiful area here. All kinds of views. And of course, then as you ascend and you make your way up to the top of the cone, you just have beautiful 360 views from the pinnacle, from the peak. A gorgeous, gorgeous view of the west side of Hawaii. And you can see 4 different volcanoes from this spot. You can see Kohala, you can see Mauna Loa, Mauna Kea, and Hualalai, which is over by the Kona side. There's a really nice grassy area on the top, and you can just kind of hang out. You could bring a picnic or something like that. It's a great area to just hang out. There's benches along the way as well, which is nice because, again, you are gaining plenty of elevation as you go up. As I said before, this is an up and back, and so once you have spent your time up on the top, you just come back the same way that you came. Some stuff that you can watch out for along the way, as far as wildlife goes, there's lots of cows in this area, and with the cows come cow pies, so be careful with the cow pies. Watch your step as you go along here. You can definitely see some sheep, different goats as well. This is hog territory. We get lots of hogs out here, and they're not always the most friendly as well, so just be mindful of really all of the nature, right? Don't bother it, don't harass it, and it should leave you alone as well. And then, as I mentioned, definitely be excited for some wildflowers, especially if you come in the spring months, but really all year round. Keep an eye out for that. There are a couple of unique bushes as you get on towards the top, and we learned that these are actually poison apples. And when you look at them, you'll see there's all kinds of thorns and thistles. They don't want you to eat them. Like the plant itself doesn't want you to eat them because it's dangerous for you. So don't pick those. Don't touch stuff that you don't know what it is. Just be respectful of this place and leave it better than you found it. We're to the end. How are we feeling?
Tired.
Great, tired. Both. Can I be both? All in all, I really recommend this hike. This is the first time that I had done this hike, and it was beautiful. It is a bit of a leg burner, like I said, but just some spectacular views from all around. My legs hurt in a good way, but you're not going to get lost. You don't have to worry about that. You can come with a group of friends or bring a dog on a leash, stuff like that. It's great for all those things. We were fine just with tennis shoes. We didn't even take boots or poles or anything like that. Of course, I definitely recommend poles if that's going to help save your knees on the way down. So please leave some comments down if you've done this hike at Pu'u Wa'a Wa'a. We want everyone to be able to experience all of the beautiful creation, especially here in Hawaii. If you have any questions, put those in the comments as well, and we'll see you next time.